Hello, grade 7. Welcome to our week 5 lesson in music. Our topic is about the improvisation of simple rhythmic pattern and accompaniments to selected Philippine folk music. Many things around us have rhythms. The beating of the drums, blowing of the winds, swaying of the trees, and even the chirping of the birds shows rhythm. Rhythm is the pattern of sound and silence in a song. Sound pertains to the notes and silence pertains to the rest. When a series of notes and rests repeats, it forms rhythmic pattern. A rhythmic pattern is consists of measurements corresponding to the stated meter or time signature. This part of a rhythmic pattern is a meter. And this one is divided by the bar lines. So here are the bar lines. And that bar line divides the meter into measures. So here are the measures. First measure, the second measure, and the third measure. And the number that appears on the left side is the time signature. Alright, before we read and clap each of the rhythmic pattern with different time signature, let's have a recap on the number of beats of each notes and rest. So here are the number of beats of notes and rest. You will see on this picture the different names of the notes and rest. Here are the notes, the rests, and also their beats. On the first row, you will see a whole note and a whole rest, which having 4 beats each. 4 beats for whole note and 4 beats also for whole rest. Next row is the half note and the half rest, which having 2 beats each. 2 beats for half note and 2 beats for half rest. On the third row, you will see a quarter note and a quarter rest. And each of it has 1 beat. On the fourth row, that is an 8th note and an 8th rest, which having 1/2 beat. And for the last row, we have here a 16th note and 16th rest, which having 1/4 beats each. Now, let us read and clap the rhythmic pattern in 2/4 time signature. Once we've said 2/4 time signature, it has 2 beats per bar or 2 beats in each measure. Take note that in every 1/4 note, there is 1 beat, and that is equal to 1 clap. And a quarter rest or 1/4 rest is equal to 1 beat, and it means it has no sound. Let us check on the first measure of this rhythmic pattern. So as you can see, there are 2 quarter note here. 1 beat for this one and another 1 beat. When we add them, then meaning on this measure we have 2 beats. What about on the second measure? On the second measure, you will see a half note. And a half note has 2 beats. Meaning, on the second measure, we have another 2 beats. Next, on the last measure, you will see a quarter note which has 1 beat and a quarter rest which has another 1 beat. When we add them, then we have already 2 beats. Meaning, this meter is a 2/4 time signature. Now, let us try to clap. Let's have first on the first measure. Again, A quarter note or 1/4 note is equal to 1 beat, and it means it is 1 clap. So on the first measure, we need to make 2 claps, just like this. 1, 2. Next, on the second measure, we have a half note. If it is a half note, you are just going to clap once, but the countings is until 2. Let us clap. 1, 2. Next, on the third measure, we have a quarter note which has 1 beat or 1 clap, and a quarter rest which is no sound or no clap. It is 1, 2. So let us try to clap and count from the top. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So that is the 2/4 time signature, or the rhythmic pattern in 2/4 time signature. Next, let's have the rhythmic pattern in 3/4 time signature. In 3/4 time signature, it has 3 beats per bar, or 3 beats per measure. So as you can see on the first measure, there are 3 quarter notes. So meaning there are 3 beats and 3 claps. On the second measure, we have 1 half note which has 2 beats, and we have another 1/4 note which has 1 beat. When we add them, then that is composed of 3 beats on the second measure. Next, on the third measure, we have 1/4 rest, which is composed of 1 beat, and another half note, which is composed of 2 beats. So, once we add them, it becomes another 3 beats. So, meaning, we are in a 3/4 time signature. Let us try to clap the first measure. So, since we have 3 quarter notes, we're going to clap 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Next, let's have on the second measure a half note, meaning 1 clap and count until to 2, and another clap for the quarter note. 1, 2, 3. And next, on the last measure, rest, meaning no clap, and a half note, which means 1 clap but with 2 counts. It means 1, 2, 3. Let us clap from the top. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So that's how we're going to read and clap the rhythmic pattern in 3/4 time signature. Next, what about the rhythmic pattern in 4/4 time signature? In here, it is composed of 4 beats per bar, or 4 beats per measure. So as you can see on the picture, there are 2 measures, first measure and the second measure. On the first measure, you will see 4 quarter notes, which have 4 beats, meaning you are going to clap 4 times. And on the second measure, you will see 2 half notes. First half note consists of 2 beats, and another half note is another 2 beats. Once we add them, then we have already 4 beats. Let us try to clap them. 1, 2, 3, 4 for the first measure, and for the second measure, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So let us read and clap from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's how we're going to read and clap the rhythmic pattern in 4/4 time signature. Next, let us know the stick notations. In the stick notation, this symbol represents as a one whole count clap. You will see on this picture as a one stick, and it has one whole count clap, just like this. And we can read it as ta, ta. Next, on the second symbol, you will see a two tied sticks. It is consist, or each stick is consist of 1/2 beat. So, since it has two tied sticks, you will do a two faster claps to make one beat, just like this. And you can read it as C, C. Again, C, C. Alright. Next, on the third symbol, you will see a symbol of a rest. It is consists of one beat but no sounds, meaning no clap at all. Now, let us read and clap the stick notation below. As you can see on the picture, we have 4 measures. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And as you notice on each measure, there are how many beats? Yes, there are 2 beats. So let us try to read. On the first measure, we have one stick and another stick. Next, on the second measure, we have 2 tied sticks, meaning one beat, and another one stick. Once we've added them, we have 2 beats. On the third measure, we have 2 sticks, meaning 2 beats. And on the last measure or fourth measure, we have tied sticks or half beat each. So 1 beat plus another 1 stick, which is 1 beat. So we have 2 beats. Now, let's try to clap and read from the top. Ta, ta, si, si, ta, 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 si, si, ta. That's how you're going to read and clap the stick notation. Now, here are the learning tasks in music. Your first activity is that you are going to sing Aleron Leron Sinta and move to the rhythm of the song. You will see here the note of Aleron Leron Sinta. As you can see, the time signature of Leron Leron Sinta is in 2/4 signature, meaning there are 2 beats in each measure. So on letter A, you're going to study the following rhythmic patterns and do the movements indicated in each beat. So since we already know the time signature, we are going to beat, or we are going to clap 2 beats or 2 times in each measure, just like this. Or 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Let us try to sing with this time signature. Leron, leron, sinta, buko ng papaya. Just like that. Alright, next, on letter B, you are going to clap the pattern repeatedly until you become familiar with it. So you will see here a picture of a stick notation in a 2 time signature. So, you will see here how many measures. Let us count. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 measures. How many sticks do you see in each measure? Yes, there are 2 sticks in each measure. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So meaning, in each measure, you are going to clap twice. Now, let us clap the pattern repeatedly. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Or, let us try to read that stick. Ta, 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 ta. Next, let's have on letter C. Perform the rhythmic pattern below. Now, what do you think is the time signature of this picture? You will see a stick notation in 2 in 4 time signature. Why? Because in each measure, there are 4 sticks or 4 beats. So let us try to perform this rhythmic pattern. Let us start with the first measure. 1, 2, 3, 4. What about on the second measure? 1, 2, 3, 4. Let us try it again from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. Next, let's have on letter D. Use different materials in your surroundings. Then create a simple rhythmic pattern and perform a leron-leron syntax. So that's how you're going to do your activity 1. Next, let's move on activity number 2. In here, you're going to select any rhythmic instrument inside your house to be used while you are singing the Ate Ko Pong Sing-Sing. As you notice on this picture or on the note picture of Ate Ko Pong Sing-Sing, it has a 3/4 time signature, meaning there are 3 beats in each measure. Alright, so let us count how many measures are there in this rhythmic pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There are 6 measures in 3/4 time signature. Now, what are you going to do in this activity? On letter A, you're going to look at the music sheet again and then write the rhythmic pattern of each measure using the following symbols. So you're going to write single stick and read it as ta, or just simply write ta. And then you are going to write these 2 tied sticks and then read it as CC or T. So, let us look again on the music sheet. But before that, let us count how many measures are there on this picture. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So, meaning, you are just going to draw these sticks according to the music sheet above. So, let's check. Let us try on how you are going to do it. Alright, let us start on the first measure. On the first measure, you will see a tied quarter note. So, what symbol you are going to use or you are going to write on your activity 2? So, on this part, of course, you are going to write these tied sticks in here. Alright? Next, what about on the second measure? Let's check. On the second measure, you will see here 3/4 notes. 1, 2, and 3. Since it is just only single, then you are going to write or draw 3 single sticks. 1, 2, and 3. Next, let's have in letter B. Sing the song Ate Ko Pong Sing Sing while clapping, tapping, and walking with the rhythmic pattern. So, that's how you're going to do it. And for letter C, you're going to use any rhythmic instrument to play the rhythmic pattern while singing to the song. Alright, and for your activity 3, that can be seen on page 4 of your module, you're just going to choose 2 of the following songs and then follow the activity which is listed below. Let's say for example, your chosen song is Ate Ko Pong or Ang Tangi Kong Pag-ibig or Magtanim Ay Di Biro. This is how you're going to do. On number 1, you're going to clap the rhythmic pattern repeatedly until you become familiar with it. And for number 2, you're going to sing the song while stamping your feet and snapping your fingers and then start to make your own rhythmic pattern. Number 3, you're going to form, I think you don't need to do the number 3 or step number 3 because you don't have a classmate there. And for number 4 or the third process is you're going to use any localized instrument to play the rhythmic pattern while you are performing the song. And then just shoot a video or take a video while you are doing all of this from activity 1 to activity number 3. So that's it for today. Please do not forget to like and subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you for listening. Bye!